hard to accept as Abby Wambach, co-captain of Team USA. It was even harder to accept as Abby, the competitive kid who dreamed of finishing her career the way she played it, leading her team to victory on the field. But finishing my career as a starter wouldn't have taught me the most important lesson of leadership, the one I had yet to learn, the one that would carry me into the next phase of my life. I knew how to lead on the field. Now I needed to learn how to lead from the bench. The second game of the tournament arrived. I was accustomed to walking out onto the field in front of the roaring crowd while holding the hand of a wide-eyed kid, in line with the other starters. We'd walk to the center of the field, face the flags, and listen to our country's anthem. This was my pregame ritual and one of the honors of my career. But this time, I walked into the stadium with the reserve players, stopped in front of our bench, and watched another set of 11 players put their hands over their hearts for the anthem. I knew that the eyes of the crowd, my teammates, and my fans were on me. They were all watching to see how I would react. I had a choice between pouting and making this moment about me, or swallowing my pride and making it about our team. When I was on the field, what inspired me and motivated me most was not the millions of strangers cheering, but when my teammates paid attention, saw me, and believed in me. I thought of my longtime teammate and friend Lori Lindsay. We'd played together since we were 15 years old. Lori wasn't a consistent starter on the national team, but she made our team better because she put as much energy into cheering from the bench as some players did when they played 90 minutes. So I channeled Lori. I paid attention. I screamed so loudly, obnoxiously, and relentlessly that the coach moved me to the far side of the bench. I kept water ready for the players coming off the field. I celebrated when goals were scored, and I kept believing in us even when mistakes were made. I knew the women on the field like sisters, so I could predict, in every moment, exactly what each needed from me. Whatever it was, comfort, encouragement, tough love, instruction, I offered it. At the end of that game, I was so exhausted. It was like I'd played all 90 minutes. The starters had left it all on the field. I'd left it all on the bench. I did that again and again throughout the entire tournament. We won the World Cup that year. We celebrated together, starters and bench players, as one team. I know in my bones that one of the reasons we won the 2015 World Cup was the support of the bench. The pride I feel about how I handled that tournament rivals the pride I have about scoring any big goal. You'll feel benched sometimes too. You'll find yourself taken off the project, passed over for the promotion, falling sick, losing the election, sidelined by the kid who doesn't seem to need you anymore. You might find yourself holding a baby instead of a briefcase and fearing that your colleagues are getting ahead and leaving you behind. Here's what's important. You're allowed to be disappointed when it feels like life's benched you. What you aren't allowed to do is miss your opportunity to lead from the bench. If you're not a leader on the bench, don't call yourself a leader on the field. You're either a leader everywhere or nowhere. By the way, the fiercest leaders I've ever seen have been parents. Parenting is no bench. It just might be the big game. Every woman is the leader of her own life. Do not give up that power. Claim it, value it, use it. The picture of leadership is not just a man at the head of a table. It's also every woman who is allowing her own voice to guide her life and the lives of those she cares about. Leadership is volunteering at the local school, speaking encouraging words to a friend, and holding the hand of a dying parent. It's tying dirty shoelaces and going to therapy and saying to our families and friends, no, we don't do unkindness here. It's signing up to run for the school board, and it's driving that single mom's kid home from practice, and it's creating boundaries that prove to the world that you value yourself. Leadership is taking care of yourself and empowering others to do the same. Leadership is not a position to earn. It's an inherent power to claim. Leadership is the blood that runs through